rights group has raised objections to NCERT Kannada textbook, alleging cultural and ideological imposition. We're talking about PAFRE that has raised concerns over NCERT Class 6 Kannada textbook, and it is seeking revisions as well as clarification. Now, this is the People's Forum for Right to Education that has strongly raised objection to the newly introduced NCERT Class 6 Kannada textbook R3, alleging it promotes cultural and ideological imposition while ignoring Karnataka's linguistic and cultural diversity. They've issued a press statement as well, and they've said that the textbook lacks representation of Karnataka's rich social and cultural landscape, including the folklore, literature, lifestyles of coastal Karnataka, North Karnataka, Old Mysuru regions as well. Now, the organization argued that the textbook is not designed in a manner suitable for the curiosity and learning needs of Class 6 students. It claimed the content, illustrations, activities and stories are inadequate and that the narration carries a preachy tone rather than an educational approach. Akshara, my colleague, is now joining us live right now for more on this. Akshara, so the rights group there has raised objections. Have we heard from NCERT yet? What are the key issues they want addressed?
Well, if you take a look at the issue that has been raised by the People's Alliance for Right to Education, a group in Karnataka, they are stating that this particular book has been named Krishna. Why has it been named Krishna and not after a social reformer or an icon from Karnataka? That's one of the main points which they have been made. And they are also stating the fact that the cultural aspects of Karnataka has not been reflected in this particular book, be it the culture of coastal Karnataka, North Karnataka and the Old Mysuru region. We have a rich and diverse culture, and that has not been reflected in this particular book. And also pertaining to a chapter regarding nutrition as well, they pointed out the fact that only the vegetarian items have been mentioned under the aspect of balanced diet. Why non-vegetarian food such as the meat, fish has not been mentioned under the balanced diet? What are they trying to push? Are they trying to push the idea of vegetarianism is what they are questioning. And also they are questioning whether the Karnataka State Education Department officials were involved in the making of this, and if they were not involved, why they were not involved in the preparation of this textbook. They are seeking clarification on that as well. So yes, they also requested the NCERT to get back to them and respond to all these requests. So it has to be seen what a necessary reply and the necessary decision will be taken by the NCERT on this. But on certain chapters, they have requested the NCERT to republish it and once again distribute. So that's what this particular group is asking. And at the very same time, we had Congress leader here, Priyank Kharge, also spoke on the issue. He says that he is not completely aware about the issue, but if that is the case, he'll also instruct the Karnataka Education Department officials to look into the matter and check with them as well to what necessary needs to be done on this particular issue.
Right. Akshara, since you spoke about reactions from the Congress party and specifically Priyank Kharge, let's tell our viewers a little bit more about it. You please stay on with us. Now, viewers, Karnataka Minister Priyank Kharge has reacted on this particular story, the NCERT issue, saying India has never shied away from its mythology and Puranas, but they cannot come at the cost of scientific evidence and historical facts. Listen in.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the entire content, but as far as I know, we have never shied away from our mythology or Puranas, but not at the cost of scientific temper. All right, there's always been a very healthy balance of our history, of our mythology, of our culture, always, and also spiritualism in our textbooks. But we have never, Karnataka government has never compromised on scientific temperament. And I don't think so that they have done that. But like I said, I'm not fully aware of what is there in the textbook. I'll ensure that the concerned officers have a look at it.
Let's go back to Akshara, who continues to be with us at this point in time. Akshara, like you were telling us, the Karnataka minister there, Priyank Kharge, has taken note of this particular issue and is likely to raise at the right platform.
Well, yes, if you take a look at this particular request made by the Alliance Group, they also stated that there's already a book called Tili Kannada under this CBSE for third language, and that book could have been used, which was prepared by the State Education Department officials. Instead of that, they brought in a new book. So they are seeking a clarification why this particular State Department book was not used. And Priyank Kharge, belonging to the Karnataka Congress here, he also stated the fact that he will look into it and they will speak to the the education officials, whether they were, their suggestions were taken into consideration while publishing this book. So all this will be taken into consideration. A meeting is likely to be held, and it has to be seen what necessary decision will be taken by the government pertaining to this. But yes, right now, this People Alliance group for Right to Education have demanded and sought a clarification from the NCERT.
All right, we'll see how NCERT is going to respond to this entire controversy. Thank you, Akshara, for the moment for joining us with your inputs on this story. Let's now move on.